Hi friend, if it feels like the world is on fire, come take this hike with me and I'll share with you how I've been able to mostly keep my cool. One of the most important and powerful things you can do is take time to unplug. Unplug from your digital devices, go low tech, go analog. Prioritize physical media, whether that's reading books. In the age of social media and end stage capitalism, it's really important to be mindful of what you're consuming and making sure you set limits on the amount of negativity that's in your feed. There's a reason they call it your feed. This is what you're feeding to your brain. And unfortunately, what sells and gets pushed into your feed is fear mongering, rage bait, anything that elicits a strong negative reaction and keeps you hooked into the loop. So try to be mindful of what you're consuming, how much you're consuming digitally, and try to reduce your digital footprint. It doesn't mean you have to completely quit social media. Even if you can get off for a couple of hours, I take that as a win. Another thing that you can do that will help you stay grounded is to get out into your physical community. If you're more isolated, try to find local events that you can participate in. Check out your local library, check out concerts, shows, whatever's happening in your local community. Try to get involved. And the more you involve yourself in person with your community and get to know your neighbors, the better you're going to feel. I cannot stress enough how important it is to be together in person with other people, because when you're around other people, your nervous systems are co-regulating together. It is so much different than FaceTiming or texting or sending each other funny memes online. It is such a different feeling. It is so much more regulating to be with your people, to hold each other emotionally and be there for each other physically. Another thing you can try that I found extremely grounding is making time to get out in nature. And you might not be as privileged to live near the mountains and have hiking trails easily accessible, but even heading to your local city's parks, open spaces, just getting outside, getting fresh air and sunlight make a huge difference. If you can find a tree, hug it. I know it sounds crazy and it might look weird, but trees can actually help regulate your nervous system. Anytime you're out in nature, you are co-regulating with the environment. You are physically grounding yourself, which is why it's so important to take the time and get outside. Even if all you can do is sit outside on your porch or take a little walk around your neighborhood, around the city, it's so much better than nothing, because movement really helps your body. It helps move that anxiety, that fear out of your body. Another way you can really ground yourself is to try meditation and breath work. And I know a lot of people get scared off or annoyed when someone says, just try meditation, and you feel like you just don't have enough time. But the thing is, you don't need to sit down for 30 minutes or an hour. All you need is 5 minutes or 1 minute. And there's so many types of meditation that you can try. It's not a one size fits all. One of the most powerful forms of meditation is mindfulness meditation. You can do it while you're driving, you can do it while you're doing the dishes. Becoming engrossed in the present moment and noticing everything around you, it really helps to ground, and it helps pull you out of these negative anxiety and fear spirals in your mind. Another type of meditation that I found really helpful for grounding and anxiety relief is to try progressive relaxation. And there's a whole bunch of guided meditations on YouTube that you can access for free, and that will help guide you through learning how to do this technique. But I found that progressive relaxation, especially before bed, has helped me sleep better, and it's helped me feel a lot more calm and present in my day. Another thing that really helps is making sure you move your body every day. And this doesn't have to be an hour in the gym, going super hard. It can be going for a walk for 5 to 10 minutes. It can be stretching. It can be yoga. It can be whatever it is that you really enjoy that keeps you moving. The reason for this is that anxiety and trauma and fear like to sit in the body. And if you don't actually physically move the body, it's going to stay stuck in your body and you're going to be stuck in spirals. And it's just going to get harder and harder to cope with daily life or be able to function. Now, this next one I have trouble with still myself, but a really important practice to help you stay grounded is to make sure you're balancing rest, work, and play. being in late stage capitalism where there's such a push on productivity and work, it's really, really difficult to know when to rest when a lot of what's been ingrained into your programming is that you need to always be producing something, you need to be hyper productive, you need to optimize everything. But it's so much more important for your body to be able to rest. If you look to nature, you can see that nature is cyclical. You have summer where things are active, things are growing, but then you have winter where things are dormant, things are slowing down, and nature is resting and getting ready for spring, for when it springs back into growth, back into activity. But you can't be in spring and summer all the time. You can't be in constant growth. You can't be in go mode forever. And the longer you stay in go mode without resting, your body is going to physically break down and get sick or get injured and force you to rest. So it's important that you proactively make the time for rest. Even if you can't take a full day off, make sure that the hours that you do have to yourself are intentional and filled with things that fill your cup back up. Now, the thing that has really been a game changer and helped me stay grounded, present, and even joyful despite uncertainty in the world at large is to shift from consuming to creating. We as humans are meant to be creators, and that doesn't necessarily mean you need to create content. There are so many different creative outlets that you can try out. Creativity feeds the soul. You don't have to be good at it. You don't have to make it into a career. You don't have to show it to the entire internet. Whatever it is for you, just do it. Make the time for it. I know it can feel really hard to motivate yourself to create something when you're already dead exhausted and bone tired. But if you can just push yourself to start, you'll notice that you'll have higher energy throughout the following days after you start doing this. The biggest form of resistance is to get creative and start pouring your energy into some sort of project that fills your cup. If you don't know what that is yet, try going to your local craft store and just looking around for inspiration. What interests you and try it out. And if it's not for you, if you don't like one specific outlet, don't give up. Try something else. Because there's so many more mediums of creativity than you would conventionally think about. Most people think like, well, I can't draw or I can't paint, so it's not for me. But it can be 3D design, it can be woodworking, it can be cooking or baking. There is something for everyone. So try different things out and find the one that fills your cup. It doesn't have to look like how anyone else does it. And that's what makes it special, because it's yours. And you have such an incredible bright light that you need to let shine. So if you've been struggling lately, especially with how much turmoil there is politically and in the world at large, give yourself some grace, my friend. You're doing an amazing job. You've been taking all the steps that you need to take, and you should be proud of yourself because you've made it this far. And as long as you're putting one foot in front of the other, you're doing a great job. Don't measure your worth or your success by society's standards, because those standards are unattainable and insane. And it's too much pressure to be putting on yourself. Let yourself exist as you are now and do what you can to take care of yourself. So thank you for joining me on this hike today, friend. I hope you found some value in some of the techniques I shared and maybe found something new to try. Thank you for sharing space with me, sharing energy with me. Keep up the good work, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace and love.